Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today is the first in a series showing you around my new spreadsheet and checklist collection. If you haven't already, make sure you hit subscribe or leave me a comment. I hope you enjoy it.
Just have a quick intro, what's included, where to jump for each thing, all nice and simple. And yeah, just quickly going over each area and what each page includes. And the first place I suggest you go over and head to is create your budget. So as you fill it in, this area here, your wedding budget will automatically be created for you. So it's broken down into two sections. Firstly, it's what can others contribute. So you kind of need to pull up your big girl pants here, oh boy, and go and ask your family what and how much they want to contribute to your wedding day. Don't be shy. Honestly, reach out, especially close family, but even just a little further afield. Like, I know I would rather contribute towards the wedding for family members and friends if that means they can have the special day they want, rather than buy them some gift that they're never going to use afterwards. And even if it is just £50, £100 here and there, it will quickly add up. But yes, mum, dad, whoever it might be, type down what they will add. £100 from Lily, totally made up, and it will automatically be updated in your contributions total there for you. And then we have what you can contribute. So firstly, look at your savings. Do you have any? Add that there. Any loans that you look at the area here that will be filled in the two blue spaces for your paychecks. So look at how much each of you can afford. You do this jointly, just do it as a one, but there's space for both of you. And afford to put away each month, and how many months left until the wedding. So also think about the wedding. Most suppliers want to be paid 8 to 6 weeks before the wedding. So maybe go a month ahead, 2 months ahead, make sure you've accounted for that. Then the last 2 months can be put away for your loan payment, or can just be used on last minute things or towards spending money on your honeymoon, whatever it may be. I think this is a really good one because a lot of people, because it may only have 100, 200, we'll just buy bits with it. But you can end up wasting a lot of money each month just buying little bits, forgetting you bought them bits, buying them again. Is that just me with Christmas? But yes, no, I know a lot of brides, couples do that. So this way, seeing the amount and all adding up, like, oh, £200 a month, I'll just spend that on little bits. Actually, it's £3,600, that is a big chunk towards the venue. That could pay for my dress. There is a big difference if you see it as the whole rather than the small amount each month. Again, all calculated there automatically for you, and then all of them are added up and your total is brought to the top. This is then followed through to your budget tracker. So you have your budget total, which is automatically done for you from the page before. And as you fill it in, your budget spend will automatically be done. And then we work out the difference at the bottom. But to start off with, it'll be the estimate you're looking at. You want to get your estimate total as close to your budget total as you can. And the difference will be there. So you can roughly add up all the different items you want for the day and how much you think it's going to pay from your research. and you can see like here that's nearly £5,000 over, so they need to go back and work through, can they find the extra £5,000? Are the items they don't need they can spend less on? So yes, each item in the table is broken up into different categories. We have the main suppliers for your planner, designer, coordinator, photographer, registrar, you know, suppliers like that. That to me, I think there's always like key suppliers you have to have at any wedding. You know, obviously registrar, celebrant, whatever it may be, you know, you need them there. For me, a photographer is a must. Coordinator, designer, planner, someone like that to help out the overall. It's not within everyone's budget, but if you can have it, I do think it will make a huge difference. Write down all your estimates to start, and then once you actually get the quote or you book the service, you can start adding in the amounts. Then if you've paid a deposit or however much, add it in, and then you will see what's left. You also have the space to put the due date and any information to consider. This is a good space to write if there's going to be extra bits, if there's different things to consider. Some people like florists, you know, they can give you a rough quote, but it depends what the flowers are going to cost at the time. So maybe just to make a note of that, their contact information. I am working on a separate supplier list spreadsheet for you, but if you're just using this one, your contact information is great to add there also. Then we have venue, all the different things. Some venues, complete package, everything's paid for. You just need the one cost there. Some, if you having a canvas venue, then you need to, but if you're having a blank canvas venue, then there's going to be a lot more cost involved broken down. So you'll have the rental, you may have to pay the liability insurance yourself separate, you will have catering costs. That even blank canvas venues, sometimes you have to have their caterers, so you're going to have them cost included. And then stationery. This is a huge part of the day for me. Early on, it sets the tone of the day, how people, you know, what people are going to expect from your wedding. And I also think it's good, you know, they know what to expect, which then kind of gives them a feel of what to wear, how to act on the day. You know, I just think it's so important. And then as a designer, you're on the day stationery. Again, it's just so important for me. Like, it's just the key part of the design of the day. So really thinking about that, and if design's important to the day, you know, having the money in the budget, because individually they might not cost a lot, but you know, when you're having 100, 200, 300 guests, the smaller things start to add up quickly. Then you have your attire, makeup, hair, dresses, shoes. Are you paying for your bridesmaids' outfits? Are you paying for the groomsmen's suits? You know, every little thing, think about it, that they need. Hair accessories, shoes, like for you, underwear, shoes, dress, suit, whatever it might be, get it all written down, get an estimate. Food and drink, so we have that one separate. It may be included in your venue overall cost, it may not, but you also might want extra on top of your venue. You might have a food truck coming in the evening, pizza van, something like that. You might want to put a bar tab on for people. You might have an outside caterer, and of course the cake. Then entertainment, think about music in each different area of the day. Ceremony, drinks, reception, how's that music being played? If it's just over the speakers, the venue has a PA system, brilliant, no cost. Some venues might charge you to use their PA system though. If a blank canvas, so speak to them about that. And then evening band, DJ, having a magician, caricature to come and entertain your guests, you know, whatever it might be. Get it down, get the estimate. Then rentals and decor. This one could be a tiny part of your overall budget. It could be a huge part of your overall budget. It depends what you get included with your venue, or whether you want to replace what's included with your venue. Chairs, tables, linens add up quickly. Good quality, especially when it comes to the linens, for me is really important, but it can add up in price quite easily. So do a little bit of research, think about what's important, what you can use from the venue, what actually you don't want to use and spend that a little bit more money on. But then also the extra items to make the day a bit more wow. Ceremony arch, you might want to hire in a nice seating for a lounge area. You know, think about all these little things that make the day special. Florals, you get your centerpieces, arches, stuff like that that come in the decor area, but also you might want gifts for any family friends that have helped out on the day, and also don't forget your bouquet, buttonholes, all those sort of items. Transport and accommodation, you staying the night before, you staying the night of, are you staying for a couple of nights, are you paying for your bridal party, are you paying for your parents, you know, how are you getting there if you're not staying there, who's coming with you in the transport, so how many do you need? Just think about all these different things and then work out a rough cost. And then space for extras, which it goes really long down. So if you just run out of space in another area, you can add on the extra bits so that it's all automated for you and added up. But this is, some people include the honeymoon, some people have that as completely separate. Hen do's, again, you might want to add your bridal party, you might be paying any gifts you want to buy people, you know, just all the small little things that eventually add up. And most importantly, insurance. Please, please, please get insurance. Wow, look at COVID. You cannot predict what is going to happen. Having that insurance is just peace of mind for you and your suppliers. And then once all that's filled in, as mentioned, it's all added up, estimate there. And then once you actually start spending, all your budget is added to there. And then we have the summary charts. So this breaks down because your budget tracker can get really full and just look quite overwhelming. So I've broke it all down into separate areas. Each category adds up. You have your actual estimate, how much you've paid and how much is due. Then we have a bar chart here, just to quick showing estimate versus spend, just so you can see maybe where you're going. If you're looking at your budget and you're overspending and you need to pull it back a little, jumping on and looking at this chart can show where the biggest difference is to your overspending. Here it kind of pie chart, just breaking down each area again. Again, to see where you're spending the most, but also it's just nice to kind of either look at it as a pie chart, look at a bar chart. People see things differently and visually, so each one will help you look at your spending. And then paid versus due. I think this is a good one. I actually kind of, my couples can be quite satisfying watching it go round, they say. And then again, as a bar chart, just so you can see from each area how much of each thing you've got left to pay. You might get a big chunk of money. Having a quick look at this, oh, we've got £3,000, we'll just pay the venue off. you know, or whatever you might want to do with the money, but it kind of helps you see where you're on track with different items. And that sums up the whole budget sheet. So I made this based on my experience with my couples and, you know, the different things they've struggled with and they find useful when planning their wedding. Everything is completely automated for you. There's no worry. You just have to enter your amounts and it's all completely done. There's lots of instructions and help, but I'm always here. If you have any questions, just ask me down below. Send me an email, message on Instagram, whatever it may be. Just get in contact and I'm happy to chat. Well, it was lovely to show you all around the budget sheet. Make sure you keep your eyes out for some new spreadsheets and checklists coming out, or if there's one you want in particular, please do let me know and I will get to work on that one. Well, speak to you all soon. Bye.